Question 13. The information is not on the diagram, so I've got to read it and add it. DC is 8 centimetres. That's that one there. And also, angle ADB is 30. So ADB is 30 degrees. You've got to calculate the length of AD, which is this side here. This is a right angled triangle, but I don't know either of the sides. This is a right angled triangle as well, but again, I don't know either of the sides. So I'm going to start by working out missing angles. Well, angles in a triangle add up to 180. So that one will be 60 degrees because they add up to 180. Then I notice there's parallel lines going on here. So there will be quite a lot of corresponding and alternate angles. So that's 60. It's 90, it's 100, right? So that one and that one are both 60 degrees. Because it's a parallelogram, opposite angles will be the same. And that angle there will be 30. Now I stop and take stock of what I've got and think about what to do next. Because this is a parallelogram, and that's 8, if that's also 8 centimetres, I've got to find this, so it's trigonometry. I write down SOH CAH TOA. Son on holiday can always help to overcome anxiety. I've got a right angled triangle, I'll work out which one to use. Well, I'm trying to find this side, so I'll label it X. I've got an opposite, so tick the O's. And I've got a hypotenuse, so tick the H's. And the only one with 2 ticked is the sine. So I'm going to use the sine relationship. Sine of 30 degrees equals the opposite, which is 8 over the hypotenuse. Making h the subject is 8 divided by sine of 30. Putting that in a calculator gives me 16. X equals 16 centimetres. So AD, which we must state, is equal to 16 centimetres, and that's what we're looking for. This is a strange little question. You've got to make M the subject, but it's split. So get it all on one side. 6M take away KM equals 0. Factorise out M, gives you 6 minus K equals 0, and divide by 6 minus K, so you get M equals 0 divided by 6 minus K. Well, 0 divided by anything is 0, so M equals nothing. Strange little question. Question 15, you've got to study this and realise that that's the principal amount, this is the interest rate, and this is the number of years. So you've got to work out the value of the interest rate. Well, 1, it refers to 100, keeping the same amount, so it's 2.5%. That's what R is. And the value of the investment after 9 years is simply this calculation, 1.025 to the power of 9. And we'll do that on a calculator. And there it is there. The answer is 624.431485. We look for the amount of rounding. It's money, so it's 2 decimal places. 624.432 dp. Question 16. We like standard form because it's just counting jumps. So we've got to get the point in here, work out how many jumps it takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's 5.5 times 10 to the power of 16. Each jump is making the number change by a value of 10. Work out this. This is just simply putting it in a calculator, making sure you can enter negative powers. Making sure you put the negative 4 in, pressing equals gives us this value here, which is 1,800,000. Question 17 is a tolerance question. You've got 260 grams to the nearest gram, so it's 260.5 for the maximum, 259.5 for the minimum. and you've got 343 correct to the nearest centimetre cubed, so it's 343.5 for the maximum and 342.5 for the minimum. Now density equals mass over volume. So this is the triangle that you'll learn in science, and you've been given the mass, which is the 260 value, you've been given the volume, so it's these two. So to get the minimum value for the density, we want to make the density as small as possible, and we need to make the fraction the right way round. So that's the biggest possible denominator with the smallest possible numerator. So the biggest denominator is this value, the smallest numerator is this value. So the density is 259.5 divided by 343.5. The calculator will work that out and give you the minimum possible value for the density dm. The answer is 0.7555458515 but there will be some rounding, so we look back at the question and use that to decide what to round to. The numbers in the question are given to the nearest whole number, so it makes sense just to go to one decimal place at 0.8 1 dp. And density is measured in grams per centimetre cubed. A typical packets and boxes question, total number of nails is equal to 40 times the number of packets plus 200 times the number of boxes. Question 19 hasn't got much information on the graph, so we've got to add it. Point P is -3, -2, which is there, so label that P. And Q is 1, 3, which is there. Label that Q. And what we've got to do, write down the vector from P to Q. Well, to get from here to here, you go across 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 4, 5. Now QR, Q to another point R, is 2, -4, so it's across 2 and down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's there. So R is there. Next, the midpoint of PQ is along 2 and up 2.5, which is there, and that's M. N is the midpoint of QR. The midpoint of this is there, which is N. What you've got to do is find the vector to get from M to N. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, and up a half. So it's 3, 0.5, or a half. Area of a triangle on the higher paper, area equals a half AB. Sine C. The formula is at the front of the formula book. Now what information we've got? AC is 9, which is that one there. BC is 15, which is that one there. And ACB is 65. So it's just a case of substituting the numbers in. Half times 9 times 15 times the sine is 65. And the calculator gives the answer 61.17577562. To 3SF, this is 61.2. And that's got to be, check the units, meters squared. Part B, calculate the length of AB, so that's this side here. So you're going to use an angle sandwiched between two sides. You're going to use the cosine rule, which is given in the front of the paper. Now substitute the values in, like that, and with a calculator work it out, remembering to square root to find A. The calculator gives 191.8930693 for A squared. Square root it, gives you 13.85254739, and to three significant figures, that's 13.9. 13.9 meters to 3SF. So